Meanwhile, over in New York, the UN Security Council held an emergency meeting over North Korea's latest ballistic missile launches. The U.S. is seeking a strong, unified message from the UNSC to North Korea, but the UN's most powerful body fell short of adopting a statement, quite possibly with objections from China. Our Connie Kim has more on the Security Council's stand on North Korea's continued provocations and ongoing tension with China over Seoul and Washington's latest THAAD decision.
Members of the UN Security Council held an emergency meeting on Wednesday in New York to discuss their response to North Korea's provocations, but failed to agree on adopting a press statement. Pyongyang fired 2 missiles on Wednesday from South Hwanghae province, located on its western coast, with one falling into Japan's exclusive economic zone for the first time. The members have reportedly condemned North Korea for violating the UN Security Council resolution that bans the regime from launching ballistic missiles. Shortly after the meeting, the UN spokesperson gave voice to the concerns about the North's continuing provocations.
I think the fact that it reportedly hit into the exclusion economic zone of Japan is indeed deeply troubling. And again, I think the Secretary General, as I've just said, would reiterate and renew his call to the DPRK to halt any such activities, which are clearly not conducive to reducing tensions on the Korean Peninsula.
South Korea's ambassador to the UN called the launch a clear and present danger, noting that the series of missile launches in recent months have been carried out to allow the North to upgrade and refine its missile technologies. The UN Security Council has held emergency meetings following previous North Korean ballistic missile tests. But it failed to adopt a press statement back in July, with China reportedly raising opposition to the draft statement in protest against the South Korea-US decision to deploy the THAAD missile defense system to the Korean Peninsula. Members of the UN Security Council will hold a closed-door meeting on Thursday afternoon Eastern Standard Time to continue discussions. The U.S. is set to circulate the draft statement to UN Security Council members, but whether Beijing will agree remains a question. China's ambassador to the UN has reiterated Beijing's stance that anything that raises tensions on the Korean Peninsula will not be allowed. Connie Kim, Arirang News.